Morning everyone, hope you're having a good morning. A bit wet here, it's been rainy overnight, but it's a good time to sit at home and just have a cup of tea. I had some students ask me about some IELTS topics that we could discuss and write about. So I'm going to use this IELTS General Training 14. And they were just asking, sometimes when they get a writing task, they're not sure of what they're going to talk about. So I'm going to read the question and then I'll give you an example of what someone's written, and then we'll have a chat about that. So, many people work long hours, leaving very little time for leisure activities. Does this situation have more advantages or more disadvantages? More work, less leisure? Easy answer, isn't it? Let's have a look, see what this person's wrote. So nowadays, many people work long hours, leaving them little time for leisure activities. There are some disadvantages, but personally, I feel there are more disadvantages. So you can get more money, this person's saying. Unfortunately, if the people do not have enough time to relax, there are quite major risks associated with this. So their health. You feel stressed, physically and mentally, you feel tired. They talk about friendships. Friendships are also weakened because you don't have time to spend with your friends and also your family. You don't get time to spend with your family either. It's a funny one, isn't it? Because I have read these days that some governments are going to look at reducing the work week to 4 days. Makes sense to me, doesn't it? You work hard for 4 days, 3 days have off, you relax, have a good time. I'd personally like 4 days off, work 3 days. Some people think you start to get a bit lazy and you don't know what you're doing at work, but what's the point of working so much? I know everyone's got to go out and buy all these things, but it's hard, isn't it? You work 5 days, you get the 2 days off for the weekend. How good's Friday afternoon? That feeling of like, yeah, this is sick, I'm going home. Gonna sit on the lounge or go out on the beers and have a good weekend. It's that Friday afternoon feeling. Why can't you get that more often? It's just that. Is it because the sweet and the sour, you work 5 days and Friday's such a good feeling? Because once Saturday comes around, you're like, oh, Saturday, it's almost Sunday, It's a bit tough. Having 3 days off, having that Monday off would be great. But obviously, companies have to look at giving their workers less money. People don't have enough money to pay for certain things. So it's a bit of a balancing act, isn't it? Me personally, I really enjoy staying home. I was working a lot there for a little bit, going to schools, and you wake up at 7, you don't have breakfast with your family, you come home, you get there and it just seems rushed because you're a little bit tired from work. And I know some families, it's like both mother and father are working. They go to work at 7. Kids are sort of dropped off at school early, looked after by the teachers even before school. After school daycare, after school care, where they sit there and the teachers will look after them longer if the parents have to work. So imagine it, you go to work at 7, you get home at 4, you got to cook dinner. The kids are like, what are we going to do? There's no time to go out. No time to go and kick the footy around or actually enjoy the week, and you don't just wait for that weekend, because a lot of people just sit around and sleep but yeah, I've seen for myself personally, I've been able to stay home with my daughter a lot more. And when I was working a lot, there was this it felt like we were growing apart. We sort of weren't spending a lot of time together just because of work. And you're sort of like, what is this? There's going to be enough of that time later when, she's 13 and she's locking the door and saying, whatever, Dad, go away. But it's such an important time to be able to spend with family. And I know we could go into other parts of it, like you need money to pay for the mortgage or, to go on holidays and stuff. But I think if you look at things and things become a little bit cheaper, or there's a bit more of a balance about things, people will have less stress. They don't need to spend so much money on relaxing, because they can relax during the week. They can spend more time with family. And it's just, I feel, for me personally, that's what I'm aiming for. Not for working more. and I know this topic isn't about that, but what they are talking about is it an advantage to work more? And I guess the advantages of working more is what they're saying is you know your job more, you become more like a professional, you're better at what you do. You can make more money, hopefully. The disadvantages would be, as I said, you spend less time with your family, have less money. But if I was going to write this, because of my feelings that I've expressed here, it's more like I would be going towards the disadvantages of working more and the advantages of working less. So anyway, like we usually do, listen to this. I'll put the script online, the link down below. And then we get on here together and we chat about it. So feel free to come on whenever you want. Send me a message and we can discuss this together. And I can even help your writing if you can send it through, because we use Google Classroom. So feel free to do that as well. It's all free. So anyway, enjoy your day. Peace.